Fishing for deers everywhere, everywhere. Boys come out and girls come out and we're fishing for deers everywhere, everywhere. Fishing for deers everywhere, everywhere.
Nakuru County, famously known for its flamingos that graze the salty water of Lake Nakuru. In the Flamingo City, there lies a center that habitates great mind and untapped potential. Located in Kaptempo Ward, Ronda Estate, Emanuel Children's Homes appear. The home looks so well, but inside it's a labor of innocent soul aged between 3 to 13 years.
Fishing for deers everywhere, everywhere. Boys come and welcome, boys come and welcome, girls come and welcome. We're fishing for deers everywhere, everywhere.
The center was started in 2012 by Gerard Okemwa, a young man who initiated project due to the using number of street children and their homeless children in the county.
Yeah, my name's Gerald Okemwa. I did my primary school and I finished in 2005. Then went to high school, finished in 2011. Went and did psychology, counseling and HIV/AIDS management for 1 year. And then right now I'm doing Bachelor's of Education, that is science. The idea came because of my life. It was all inspired by my life story. The way we used to live, in fact it's a long story but I can cut it short. We were good. My dad used to work around here in Nakuru, but he started becoming sick. So after becoming sick, we used all the money we had saved to take him to hospital and all that. So after all the money which we had saved had finished, he died. So I remained with my mom and we had nothing at all. So my dad is dead. Here I am, I'm doing my KCPE, that is in 2005. And we didn't have anything at all. So that's the time our life started changing. We lived a very, very poor family, poor life, that is. We didn't have anything, we didn't have a place to sleep. I used to sleep on cartons. We had only everything was two cups, 2 plates and all that. My mom used to work as like a watch. Someone who goes, looks for work, she comes at your place, you give us your clothes, she washes, and then you give her something to like as payment. Like mostly the highest amount you can be paid per day was only 150, that is. So our life became so pathetic. At least we were living like a house, 200 shillings. We used to pay 200 shillings as rent. So you can imagine that life. So that's the time when here I am in high school now. We don't have money to pay school fees. I used to be sent home all the time. We don't have food in this house. Okay, I reached in Form 3. Things became so very tough. Even finishing my high school was a problem. So that's the time we had to talk. Like I had to compromise God and told God, just make me finish this high school only. And if I finish this high school, I'll do anything you want me to do for you. So that's the time in fact, after that, I was expelled from school. So I came home, stayed home for 1 year. I saw how life was tough. Things became so very tougher than the way they were. I used to eat 1.com per night. I eat 1.com, I sleep, and all that. So like 1 week, we used to eat only .com, like mandazis, and then we sleep.
Emanuel Children's Home has a population of 32 children with 14 boys and 18 girls. Among them are orphans, homeless, and even the needy children from the street.
Ikapata mzee mwingine ikamkula, alafu ikaenda kula matunda yangu imeishia hapo.
So after that, I was called back to school. I was so very bright. And then the owner of the school, he called me back again and told me, you know what, you are a good guy. You can finish, you are good, that is in school. And then now you are not doing anything at home. You don't have anything, any job, because you are now a dropout. So I was called back to school again, and then I was reinstated. After that, I was given I was appointed to be the captain of the school. So after being appointed the captain of the school, I was very humble, obedient, and all that, because I remember the type of life we are living at home and the life I've stayed here at home after being expelled from school. So after that, I became so very obedient and all that, and things started changing. I was now appointed, from being the captain, I was appointed the president of the school. As in now the head, we used, in our school, we used to call them presidents. And the president used to be paid, half the school fees was paid for him, and then every privileges you are given. After I finished high school, that's the time things came. I had promised God something. The place I used to stay, the other side, there were people, there were kids, very poor people. The kids were never going to school. So I thought of something. After finishing high school, I started teaching in projects. I started being paid 500 shillings per month. So after that, the parents approached me. These parents, their kids were never going to school and all that. So they told me, teacher, why can't you start a school like this, and then we can bring your kids? In fact, these people, they have kids, but they don't have even food to eat. They don't have even food to give these kids.
Mr. Kimwa is both mother, father, as well as a teacher to these youngsters. It is because of his kind heart that he can't help out when he sees a child crying out for help.
The time I came around, started this school here. And then we had those kids come to school, but by then they were never paying anything. So they were coming to school, learn, and then go home. So after some time, these kids started developing. They can come to school, and then they don't concentrate in class. So I started inquiring what's going on with them. So I used to ask them some questions, and then they were telling me, "No, teacher, we've not eaten for almost 2 days," and all that. So that's the time I thought, I can make these kids stay around here, because of their place, their background was so very bad.
However, there are many challenges that he faces as a sole provider and a vision bearer to these young children.
For now, the teaching here, I should do it alone, because I can't employ another teacher. So that one is catered for. The teaching is catered for and all that. So when it comes to paying these other people, the one who cooks for us, the one who looks around like a soldier and all that, the person who sleeps with them, that one comes, the people come in and they tell me, "You know what, Chris, we have this. How can we help?" So that's how we get help. You find, when it comes to food, you find that someone comes in, tells us, I can give you food for 3 months. And then after that, someone else comes in. That's how we get now that something.
The location of the children's home is also a threat in terms of security to these young children, as it has been reported of insecurity in the area.
This surroundings here is it's very insecure. It's very, very insecure. So sometimes people come and steal for us still. When we are not around, they come and steal. Teaching here, you see, we have middle, baby, middle, and top class in the same hall. It's not because we want to put them in the same hall, it's because we don't have the resources, we don't have the teachers. So because I'm alone around, that's why I put them in the same class, teach them the whole, top class, middle class, and baby class in the same room. So that's another challenge. So our financial resources are so very minimal.
The number of the children is not steady, as more children are being admitted day in, day out.
We have one who came in recently, but now our resources are minimal. Even the kids who are staying here, still we are struggling to feed them, to educate them and all that. So we can't add others for the time being. But when we will get resources, when we will get like help from other people, when we will get donors, that's the time then we will include the street children. Actually this is their dorm. So this is a girls' dorm. But like we usually throw our mattresses up chini this way. The girls sleep on this side, and then the boys sleep on the other side. But actually, still we use it as our store. We store our food, our everything here. Yeah. So we take those mattresses and the others to like another side. We throw them out down here and then we sleep. Then these are the boys' dormitory. The boys sleep around. So actually, we decided the boys to sleep on beds because they are older than girls. Yeah. So they can't fall down. That's why the girls sleep down and then the boys sleep on the beds. So it's still our store.
Due to the financial constraint, he finds it hard to provide for the children, and now he calls for support from the local government and even from the well-wisher to come in and give a helpful hand to the young children in terms of basic needs such as food, books, education, and even their clothes.
I really love people to come in and help Emanuel. I call upon anyone who is like, who feels like he wants to make this place a better place. Please just come in and help us, so that to make these kids have a better future than the life we lived. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. The best gift to give a child is education, the power to make them become big people.